Wow, you loved this video so much. About me hating on someone who hates on other people. But hate destroys hate. Anna, it's just another YouTuber that doesn't do sanity content. And instead decided to feed the hungry his knowledge and then get upset if the hungry don't actually learn anything. That's the whole point of being hungry. Just ask for more and hope that the problem will solve itself. Most people are just dumb. But treating them like idiots is not necessarily a productive way to go. Alright? It's not necessarily a good vibe. So now that Mark Passio is back, we can review his content again. It seems that something has changed. It seems that he has a little bit more sanity now that he's back. Alright, the first few uploads that he came back with were from September? Some kind of redacted show from September. So if you click, there's these things posted 2 weeks ago. And you can see September 24 and September 11. September 11, boys, yeah. See, the funny thing is, when it comes to vibes, if you talk about dark stuff too much, you will lose sanity very quickly. And everyone around you will lose sanity. And it's just a bad time overall. Alright, you need at least dedicated 50% to feel good about yourself and spread, you know, good feelings to everyone else. So we have something to spend for the other 50% that is dark content or very rigid content or just something that people kind of expect, but we don't know how to work through that. Some of us rely on Mark Passio. I don't rely on it anymore. I have overcome all these challenges and all these teachers. They're garbage to me. Alright? So I had full control over releasing this video and responding to every single comment, which, you know, there's like 6 people that came out, like 4 of them were negative, one of which has actually, you know, passed away in terms of YouTube and just completely disappeared. So if you click my video, I see RIP J Geddes. Like, there was a dude that I was talking to. You also have to sort by newest first, because if you're being a little piece of shit in the comments, YouTube doesn't like that. It will hide your comment, unfortunately. It's very sad. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Alright. Maybe even 7 people. Meat Cutter, dude. Nice vibes, and definitely started attacking me immediately. And Jay Geddes was the one that, you know, jumped on board and tried to, you know, challenge me. But, you know, it's unusual, alright, on the internet to have this happen. You must understand, I respect that, the unusual nature of it. And Mark Passio can handle comments, unfortunately. I would love to see what they look like, but for some reason, he can't handle it. Again, before we even watch, we understand that he doesn't like comments for some reason. It doesn't hurt to have them. It's not like you gonna look at them. I put the comments under strict management, basically. Or strict filter. I look into comments. You post a comment, I will look into it. Alright? It appears here, held for review, basically. And, if you post shit, I'll be prepared to answer it before you get your, likes and your, you know, self-esteem boosted. Alright, I'm not gonna let it slide. And I will try to, you know, reply to all comments, regardless how popular my videos get. But eventually I probably will stop reviewing comments, because that is unsustainable, you know, way of doing things if my channel blows up. However, I would not allow that to happen. Maybe it's a bad idea, but I don't actually like views. Also, it surpassed the Thunderfoot. It's just a random video. Don't think it's something super smart. It's probably just the thumbnail that, you know, caught people off guard. Yeah, Mark Passio's video is doing the best. And it's just straight up slander on a, you know, obscure YouTuber that does long kind of content, so people jump on board and try to watch a little bit of my video. It would still probably embarrass a lot of people if I would be able to see how much of the video they actually watched, how much of my video, before leaving a comment. You know, but I don't care about that right now. I know YouTube is broken, and I call myself YouTube CEO for a reason, because I pretty much know a lot of details. Probably more details than the current YouTube CEO about YouTube and how it's supposed to operate, but it isn't. You know, just like, I'm used to game development, I know how to improve game development, but because of that, I also understand how to improve social media and all these things. It's quite fascinating. Alright. And I live in the shadow realm. Not a cult. I'm not occulting myself on purpose. It's just people don't give a fuck. Alright? The biggest problem is ignorance. And, well, Mark Passio is full of that shit himself at this point. So, let's go. Part 2. I hope you guys ready, and lo-fi beats, go fuck yourselves, because they're distracting anyways. I just want to hook you up with some druggers. Alright. But it's gonna be distracting, so, every time, I need a cringe counter, basically. Cringe counter or bust. Every time I cringe, 1 minute gets shipped away. If I cringe 5 times, we go to 2 minutes. And if it only takes me, you know, 30 minutes to watch the entire video that way, but it's probably going to be a lot difficult because, you know, he has a guest. So, I'll give him benefit of the doubt and I will, well, not watch this video, right? Because that's annoying, a guest. He's just gonna make the guest talk the whole time. It's like, I need sanity because everyone's hating on me because I hate on them too. That's the vibe right now. But I like that. I just... That's not why I want to make this video. I want to make this video to react to his regular, you know, content. Because that's the expectation, that he's gonna do regular content. I already kind of scooped this video up a little bit, so I couldn't do this, but I was like prepared, like, oh, he's gonna upload, and I'm gonna react. So what do we do? These videos are kind of positive. I don't know why they didn't get released in time. I scooped them up, and it seems, you know, clean of all the negative stuff. But it's also his not regular content either. It's a presentation. He puts a little bit more care into it for some reason. But when he's unhinged, he doesn't give a fuck whatsoever. What's the point if you're gonna give poop content to people? It's not gonna be influential, unfortunately. Alright? And eventually we're gonna bust his ass if he keeps doing that shit. Alright? My job is not over yet, guys. It just begun. It's my second year, and now I'm YouTube CEO, and you better fucking respect when I say there's a really bad YouTuber out there. A lot of YouTubers are bad, but this guy is trying to give you the truth in the wrong way, and it's the uncanny valley effect, basically. If you're trying to do a very good thing in the wrong way, you're probably going to do a lot more damage than the person who's not doing anything substantial whatsoever, but just happens to have a fan base. Still a lot of damage you can do with a fan base regardless, but again, if you show people a wrong way to approach just thinking in general, people gonna get, well, brainwashed in a improper way, programmed in an improper way, prepared for reality in an improper way. I appreciate the effort, alright? I appreciate all the negative feedback, despite actually, you know, you must understand, if you're a fanboy of Mark Passio, you gotta suck my dickity, alright? Gotta make me watch more Mark Passio videos. In fact, I have another thing up my sleeve. Where is that thingy? It's in later category. Mark Passio. Before the dude passed away in the comments, I can't trace his comments back or his account back. I don't know where he is anymore. So I say just, he passed away. I got this video, alright? Sacred Gift of Anger. So we can watch that. However, it's another presentation and he's in a public setting and he's gonna be calm and collected. But honestly, then you're gonna be like, okay, maybe that is the content that I'm supposed to watch from Mark Passio, and his actual stack of content, which is called What on Earth is Happening, is just some provocative piece that you should just exclude from your diet. Alright? I'm telling you guys, it's poison. It's completely worthless for you. But, so we're gonna watch these two videos and see how long it takes for us. I don't have a timer, unfortunately, but who cares, right? I can look into time itself. Let's begin, boys. Do your interview, my friends. Good luck. Oh yeah, the good thing about pushing into a review section, I don't want to get the random notifications about random videos. I would be able to respond very quickly, but it's cringe. Alright? If you care, you will come back the next day and respond to me, whatever. But I don't want to get notifications. Even though there's not a lot of comments going on right now. It just feels it's gonna flood my shit really badly in the future. I don't want that. Ever. Or even the possibility of that scares me. But let's move on.
Understand the importance of reaching out to other people with their words. That is the greatest form of taking action, because you
just show us, my friend, just show us. Also, he's struggling to, you know, keep his apartment together. I don't know what he's gonna do afterwards. Just give us, you know, the scoop, the vlog for the first time. Give us that. How difficult could that be? You know? Oh, it's not a part of my job. Alright. So he's bragging about, oh, I'm so aware, you're not aware whatsoever. But you're doing a bad job, bro. You're doing even a bad job just doing whatever the fuck you're doing. That is, for me, still pretty difficult to actually identify if there is gonna be actually good value in there, alright? I really hope. I hope, guys. But this whatever he starts his conversation with is another just deep down grudge on the people. It's like, do what I say. Listen to me, please. No, bro. Give us something that makes you deserved of attention. Alright? Because, yeah, okay. So you make a lot of content. Is your content different from itself? Mine is. I always post whatever I feel like, and it happens to be different, because I visit different communities, in different, you know, places of the internet. I explore. But this guy is like, just sits there on his ass and is like, please give me attention, because you're stupid. These are the vibes, and it's just so pathetic to listen to, man. So cringe immediately, because very good introduction.
mind at a distance, and you are helping them to come out of the satanic trance, the satanic mindset of...
It's unbelievable. It's like, does this guy have a mirror? Because you're the only one bringing up Satanism here. The only fucking person. And probably can't even fucking define it properly. It's unbelievable. And guys, I went a long way since the last video. I improved myself a long way. And now this guy looks even more pathetic. I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna hurt. If you're a fan, you're gonna have to find something else to do. Probably not gonna subscribe to me, because I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. Just with the truth, alright? I'm not Mark Passio. I'm not gonna trash on you. You're just gonna not like me. You're gonna type some bullshit in the comments, and then I'll kick your ass. Because you deserve it, alright? If you don't have ability to defend yourself, if you just want to trash me after you got trashed by Mark Passio, if your sanity got stolen, I have no respect for you. You have to love me and take care of me. That's the only way you can actually beat me. Because I have no subscribers, bro. Alright? I have no following. I have no ability to actually reach anyone and receive sanity or love from anyone. Or money, for that matter. All of these things that he was able to squeeze out of the system. And, again, that makes him a terrible YouTuber. Alright? If there's ways you can improve for free, you better fucking do that, or I'm knocking at your door, alright? Or you better be paying a lot of rent, alright? A huge amount of rent. And be, complaining about that. Maybe I'll turn around. Or if you're a very bad person, just live on the fucking streets, alright? There's plenty of grass to touch. You can talk to people and influence them and see what happens. Alright? I want to see what happens. That's the real touch grass moment, when he would approach people in real life and try to, educate them. I wonder how he's going to do that. Because all he did so far, from his admission, he just approaches people and asks questions. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. What is that satanic mindset that you have there? Alright? Just ask questions? No, bro. Break them from their slavery. There's Satan behind them. There's Satan in their minds. You have to attack. Alright? You have to learn how to attack. Asking questions is a pathetic move, unfortunately. But, maybe it works. I don't know, bro. I never approached a person. I'm too scared to do that, so I definitely respect this guy who doesn't actually even film these interactions to begin with, so you have to take it for what it is. Just some fucking gossip shit at this point. Alright? Which you can still do on the internet. You can still approach plenty of people on the internet, which I try to do as much as possible. So, and it's not working out, because people don't want to be approached. Game over! I feel defeated, actually. People don't want to be approached. People don't want to start conversations. They just live their own lives in real world, not in digital world. For some reason, however, But when people want to come together, they have to use the digital world. They have to lean on to someone, like myself, like these influencers. They have to lean on that shit if they want to do conventions and meetings. Alright, just like my classmates decided, oh, I want to do a meeting, and then I start pooping into their mouths, essentially. Alright. Don't try to read this as Lithuanian. Alright, different language. That's, the time when we get to shine as influencers. The moment people want to meet each other, alright, who are they gonna use as their, organizer? Alright, so, if you are part of his community, you want to meet other people, other like-minded people, you can't do it in the comments. You can barely do it in Discord. I'm pretty sure he's keeping an eye on his Discord. Oh, wait! He doesn't have one anymore. He's scared of having Discord at this point, because he's getting censored somehow. I don't get why, but, because for me, Discord is kind of an offline experience, to be honest. how can you be censored unless you're talking about very sensitive topics and saying Satan, Satan all the time? All right, worshipping Satan in your Discord. Maybe that's what's happening. Or just, you know, Chinese people don't like you. Just like I don't anymore. But because he brought awareness that Discord is doing some kind of censorship, that's cool. But then another dude says the opposite, that even child porn is available on Discord. I don't want to give you awareness on that, because now you're going to look it up somehow. Don't do that, alright? Don't be even worse than Mark Passio, alright? I just got this, you know, awareness. Oh, it's available. Obviously, because anyone can share anything, potentially. So what's stopping you? So what kind of censorship he's talking about, I don't understand. Alright, so, extra introduction. I'm sorry, guys. I had to do an extra introduction, because, he just threw me off a cliff by saying Satan, Satan too many times. So I had to summon a Satan to fight him. Oh, I don't do that, actually, because I'm a good guy. I just stabbed him in the face. Instead. Just a quick stabby.
Absolutely erroneous belief in authority, and you're helping.
There's weird stuff that you can break down very quickly. I broke down a lot of stuff already. And once you look into my content, all you have to do, honestly, is to just find this bullshit playlist. Alright? There's bullshit upon bullshit that you have to break down, basically. At first, I didn't really put much effort. But then, I started talking about, like, really crazy stuff. Alright. Ignorance is a pretty cool thing to look at, look forward to. Maybe feelings over facts pretty cool. But, yeah, back in the time, I didn't even have good feelings of, like, which things to tackle. But the recent ones, for sure, are insane, bro. Just absolutely insane. Anyways, I'll give him the floor. However, are we feeling the cancer?
Helping them to understand moral law in the universe. And that is what I'm saying about becoming a content creator, and that's why I've harped on that.
Alright. I did become a content creator that he has no awareness of. You know. That's cute. But at least he is willing to, you know, submit defeat and be like, oh, I need more content creators or whatever that have different awareness. I feel pleased about this comment, for sure. I feel like almost removing one cringe point. Why not? And give him a point.
That could potentially reach millions of people.
Yeah, so he's correct. People are not reaching out to other people and talking about truth. But first, there's many layers of problems that they have to solve before they can do such a thing. First of all, they have to establish themselves as a character. They have to post their first upload, and it cannot be bullshit, okay? You have to really thought it through. What is going to be your first upload that is going to define you as a person? You will be able to re-upload or delete this upload, but it's best to actually do a good job from the very beginning in terms of defining yourself, your name, what are you going to be doing on YouTube. All these things are very important. Your first upload has to define who you are. So the first layer already ridiculously difficult to cross. And before you define yourself, you can't do shit on YouTube. You cannot just say things that you want to say. You cannot post comments that you want to post comments. You have to create an avatar, create a good name for yourself, even claim a title. Alright, whichever one you like. You want to be YouTube CEO as well? I will punch you in the face if I find you, but you can do that. Alright? I'm not giving ideas, by the way. If you want to claim my YouTube CEO title, it's actually possible, but you have to find that possibility in my channel. And now it's being buried underneath 2-hour videos. So I don't know if you're gonna find it. But, so that's the first layer. The second layer is just abilities overall to communicate. Alright? Just ability to express yourself and how you feel. Express feelings and learning emoji language. Alright? This is the second layer. The third layer is actually having truth and understanding truth. But already these 3 layers is hours and hours and hours of work. Something that people cannot afford because they have to be brainwashed just to survive. Mark Passio, you failed the test of understanding humanity, unfortunately. There's layers and layers. Unless you shrink down the time requirement for people to break through these layers, unfortunately, they're not going to be willing to follow your fucking orders. Alright, so shove them back up your ass, and even I cannot save them, okay? I don't have the reach, I don't have the integrity of posting shit for 10 years or whatever. I don't have that, unfortunately. So I'm not going to cringe on that, I'm actually going to give him a point. But let's move on.
Oh, man. I don't know what's going on.
I know exactly what's going on. There's actually a pause and play button on OBS. Oh, wait, you're doing a live session. What a loser. Don't do that. But now you're stuck in a loop. Like every streamer out there. They just get stuck in a loop. I have full control over the video. Alright, I can pause and play. I can prepare myself, grab sanity back. Do this thing of not knowing what's going on. And then come back swinging. Alright? It's kind of a pendulum effect. I have to go into the shadows, go into the light, go into the shadows. And it keeps going like that. Unfortunately. That's the true format of content. So he failed to figure that one out for some reason. Alright? Just like most people, but, you know. That's why I have authority over him, unfortunately, as well. Because I know the mistakes that he's doing. But it's gonna destroy his entire series of being live on this platform. Wherever he is live at this point. It's just pathetic, okay? The cringe definitely is in there. Also, he was bitching about this thing. I don't know, it saves his content or something? It gives him a server of some kind? I don't know what it's supposed to do. But it costs a lot, and he wants you to buy it. Oh, fuck that shit. Alright? He's probably gonna explain it. So let's let him explain it.
Machine for One Great Work Network.
Server, boys.
And we're looking at an M1 Ultra.
What's wrong? Why need a server?
Based Mac Studio. So on the website, this is what the page will look like, and you could pull down that drop-down menu.
So he wants 4K, basically. I already did more work than he did, actually. Potentially. Or this year, I will just surpass him 100%. Alright, this year for sure, I will surpass him in the amount of work that I did. In terms of knowledge. And actual value per minute. Or per 10 minutes. Whatever. However you evaluate my content. Oh, you don't do that. Of course you don't. Anyways. So, yeah, he wants 4K. 4K just lets me live a very, very comfortable life for years. Years and years and years. At least 3 years? Yeah, that sounds pretty good, right? At least. And he wants a goddamn server. Just wait, maybe you won't need a server in the future. How about that? How's that for a change? Technology keeps improving, you might not need a fucking server. Just do your goddamn fucking work. It's not that difficult. So cringe, overload, actually. I should give him 2 points of cringe, because I have to look into this, and it's so ugly and stupid. And I hope it stays at goddamn 0. God damn it, bro. Whoever clicks this button, add to basket, man, we're gonna roast that little shit. So please show up in the comments. Nah, there's always gonna be trolls. So I can't ask for that. That's just... that's asking even for more than $50, man. To ask for someone to show up, man. God damn it. Anyways, I'll click on that. I failed. Misplayed. My evaluation of my work so far is $600. $600. He wants fucking 4K, bro. I'll barely be able to, like, bump this number to, like, what? Maybe 2,000 this year? 2,000? He wants 4,000. He has been sitting on his ass for a long time. Unfortunately, our awareness is improving, everything is improving, and we can kick his ass now for free. And nothing bad is going to happen. Because I don't think he's going to be able to recover from the kick-ass motion that I'm capable of offloading, and I can train you to do the same. If you decided to just go against the grain, go against the societal norms, which is a terrible idea, to keep following these authorities, in a way. That he dislikes authorities, and he loves anarchy so much, but the greatest, you know, irony of all time is how do you go forward hating anarchy, but slowly becoming a leader of the people? Slowly becoming the authority figure that everyone looks up to, whatever you say, right? How are you gonna fight anarchy? By becoming that thing, alright? Luckily he has a guest. So finally, there's another face that might just beat him up or something. I want to see what happens, because strange things happen when two people meet each other. Just strange dynamics happen, unfortunately. Maybe fortunately, because I can't wait to see it, man. Solution to slavery. Solution to slavery is knowledge, but it's still not going to solve all the slavery. You have to slowly unentangle yourself, if possible. This stuff is annoying. I am lucky to be alive and not be a slave at the same time, and I'm like the happiest person ever, and I want to share happiness. If that's what people want, I don't know what people want necessarily, so I just do whatever the fuck I want, and try to respond to everyone else in hopes that they know what they want too. But obviously they don't. I just have to keep, you know, poking holes in the internet. And hopefully this video gets some views. I don't think it's gonna get the same amount of views. Alright? I don't think I'm gonna get 400 views on anything anytime soon. Alright? Unfortunately. That is the prediction. But, you know, my channel keeps growing without me getting subscribers, which is another reason why I'm actually increasing in skill level, despite not growing in subscribers. How do I keep growing in watch time? Right? How is this possible? If there's no reoccurring people watching, how am I growing watch time? I'm doing something better and better each time, that means. It's like really pure indication of skill. Because there's no people dependent on me. Alright? No people to just come back and watch my videos because they feel obligated to, because it's their daily routine. That's not happening. So, I'm doing something better and better each time. And I'm so proud of myself. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I just failed to evaluate the first evaluation. I just lost it. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll reduce the cringe. I'm embarrassed.
The video and...
So the most important thing you have to understand is that if someone is making a lot of mistakes in their life, and they're really struggling, and they need things all the time, I don't think they are, you know, in the authority to speak about truth. You can speak about feelings and some kind of opinions in shorter formats, like, you know, 20-minute formats, just offload to your viewers, but you can't just sit on your ass and be like grinding some kind of truth all of a sudden. Alright? It's just cringe, because if you're making mistakes in your life, you're definitely going to mistakes in the way you present things and what truths you decide to tell to people. Alright? It's going to have a very similar kind of broken a set of rules, basically, or principles. If someone's life is broken, they have terrible principles. I am too young to actually fix my life or have anything to do with my life. I don't have money, I don't have resources, I got nothing, bro. I can do whatever the fuck I want and say whatever the fuck I want. I live in the shadows, dude. Unless you give me $1,000, then you can tell me that I'm a piece of shit and I don't have principles either. Alright? Because the way that I spent your money was a terrible way, basically. Alright? The way I would do it, probably it would be attacked by inflation, but I wouldn't really know how to spend money, because I don't really want to stock up on food or do anything. I just live basically hanging on a branch that if it falls off, I just die immediately. There's nothing I can do. Alright, I don't know how to create safety for myself. I don't know how to prepare for bad days to come, if they do come. I'm just like hopeful that, you know, everything's gonna be just manageable. Just above the manageable level. And I'll survive somehow. That's hard enough, bro. Survival, just hard enough. So whenever you have some free time to spend, maybe you should focus on good vibes first, and then the truth later. Alright, and that's gonna really shape the amount of truth you really want to offload to people. Because, you know, this guy doesn't have a wife. This guy doesn't care about chasing girls, apparently, because he probably just gave up on that already. He wants the truth, and the girls are stupid anyways, so that's cool. So now the provocative question is, do you watch porn? What do you do in that sense? How do you keep your sanity? Like, this is crazy. Girls give me so much sanity, bro. You got no idea. Alright? I have this thumbnail I just made. This little shit. Bro. So much sanity, so much respect for her. Please. Please tell me where you get your sanity. Then I'll tell you how broken of a person you are. Because that's the vibe. We're not even making it through 18 minutes. Because all of this was garbage anyways. He didn't even get to the truth. He just wasted a bunch of my time, which now I'm willing to skip around. But normally you just, like, play the video and let it play in the background somewhere. And you're just gonna dump garbage into your brain. Do you understand how important right now time is? On the internet, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So you better, package yourself a bunch of valuable stuff. This is why I don't care about my survival needs, because they seem to be consistent and there's no problem there. But when it comes to my boredom and the way that I have to handle boredom, that shit's very important. The way I have to spend time, that shit's very important. I have to subscribe to as many people as possible to just have content around. Because I constantly run out of content, regardless how many subscriptions I have. I cannot really show you how many I have, and that doesn't matter anymore. Because eventually I'm gonna fill it up with bullshit. I'm gonna subscribe to random people that don't do anything anymore on YouTube. There's a lot of dead channels too, but there's a lot of just people in general that I follow for no reason in particular, unless they upload a video. Alright? Anyways, let's continue. Anarchy, boys. The only solution. If someone says the only solution, they're trying to sell you something. I'm sorry, bro. There's many ways of approaching a problem, and if you know math, like, math is not the way to solve problems. Logic is the way to solve problems, and logic, like, breaks down math into multiple possibilities and meanings, basically. And when you use logic, there's all kinds of solutions to everything. You decide how to solve your problems. You have the power to do it. Alright? Certainly, there's definitions and the, recommendations of where to go first. But after the first few steps, when you get the ball rolling, when you have your car, you can drive wherever you want and solve the problem of slavery in whatever place you want. You're not gonna solve it across the entire fucking world, bro. But if he has the best tools to solve slavery, that's how he should fucking sell it to you. This is the best tool. It's, I'm trying to sell you something, but, I'm gonna obscure it as if I'm an occultist this whole fucking time. I know I am offloading on just one sentence alone, but I'm telling you guys, there's holes to poke everywhere. Just everywhere all the time. Because I'm angry, I will attack every single sentence I see at this point.
About your qualification to take part in this project.
So he has a bunch of projects going on, a bunch of things to go to and do, and he introducing you with all the stuff. Still now 20 minutes. One problem though. Most of the time, when it comes to solving people's problem of like how to become the content creator, there's first of all, you have to capture the passion. Someone has to have passion for it, and you're like, oh, you want to do it? All right. So how far you are, and then you just look into their history and try to fix a few problems, and you just move on. All right. Hopefully that helps them continue their work, whatever they're going. You can nudge them a little bit because you put in some effort, so you can ask them to redirect themselves a little bit more and talk about, say in the intro of their videos, I'm sponsored by Anarchy or some bullshit like that. You can do that as long as you help other people, but don't just try to control people. Don't you love anarchy, bro? Come on, bro. I don't know what this project is about, but he's like saying like, okay, so now I'm gonna,
which is to host a node on the IPFS network the way that I want to technologically set it up. And you're going to work with me. I'm going to personally assist.
I will personally assist you because I want to control everything fucking you do. Because you're a little piece of shit who doesn't understand anything. There's so many content creators on the internet. It's hard to find them amongst people, but it's not difficult to find them on the internet. So the problem is, maybe you don't want to be a content creator because there's a lot of them out there. Maybe you want to do something else. You have to find another place. Because right now the competition is fierce, and if you're gonna let this fucking little shit coach you around and tell you what to do, I mean, god damn it, we're not gonna end slavery that way whatsoever, bro. We don't no, bro. Don't let him fucking coach you around. Unless he fucking pays you for it. For fuck's sake, but first, tell us what to do so we get paid. That's a good place to start, and not with your fucking projects up your ass. We're getting to the next level cringe, boys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No, I'm not giving him a point for this one. 2 minutes now we're gonna skip. Drilling faster.
Call. What on earth is happening?
Telegram. You know, Telegram has a very terrible reputation because every bot uses Telegram. I don't want to use a thing that bots use. Shut the fuck up about it, alright? Unless you're not aware that bots use this shit left and right for some reason to steal people's money somehow. What is this bullshit? No, this is cringe for sure, bro. Skip. We're getting there, boys. We're reaching. Oh, more stuff to sell, am I right?
Definitely check that out.
You must also understand these people are trying to cash out and leave the fucking internet. They're gonna be... I'll play a scorpion at this point. I'll figure out a way to say, get over here! Pfft, give me your money! Boom! Broke ass bitch you're gonna be! With your fucking keychains and fucking flashy little shitties. It's an American way. And I'll do the scorpion way. Alright, let's give you guys the scoopy scoop. How it's done. How Scorpio does it. Let me find it. Scorpion wheel. Here you go. One more, bro. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Okay, this is not what I want, bro. I just want the cashews. It's getting more and more violent. I don't like that. Come here, boy. That's what I'm gonna be doing with content creators as a YouTube CEO. Get over here, bro. You asked for a lot of money. It's time for me to ask it back. Isn't that fucking hilarious? Give me those keychains for free. You know, if you want to stay on the platform, get over here. Because there's going to be a lot of hungry mouths that I'll identify all over YouTube that want to be influencers, but don't know how to do it. And they will not do it through doing content. Or they just need some help. I don't know how to solve problems like that just yet. Alright, so I'm just speculating. But it feels like, you know, these people are going to be, like, very useful for that specific way, you know. Obviously, they're just going to run and just like, okay, I can't upload on YouTube anymore. That's fine. Can I keep my money, please? Don't hurt me. Yeah, the only way to end slavery is stop paying rent. How do you stop paying rent? You gotta get kicked out. Exactly. Figure out how to stop paying rent. Rent is probably the most sucky thing right now to deal with. Just steals your life away. Like at least 30% of your income, and then a lot of it goes to food and utilities and all that, but a lot of it just goes straight to rent right now. And it keeps on rising. All these prices, everyone just turning up the heat, inflation and all these things. This guy didn't even mention the word. Alright? He just mentioned that he's struggling to keep his apartment for some reason. It's being taken away from him. Why would that be the case? You know, but it's fascinating stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So finally, we're gonna get some fresh air, right? He's gonna, you know, reduce the cringe even potentially. Let's hope. But he's associated with the guy, so I'm gonna, you know, crank up my sensitivity levels for bullshit. By the way, the iteration of the government is slavery is untrue. Government requires compliance, but doesn't require slavery. Corporations and, what is it that? Capitalism requires slavery, unfortunately. Or taxation is indication of slavery, right? But it's kind of tied with corporations. When the government works alongside with corporations, they can just destroy the rest of the world, technically. Enslave the rest of the world. But it will be so obvious when it actually happens. Just iterating the government as slavery is just a way to attack the government constantly without real basis of, like, what are you even fucking talking about, bro? So these guys are just trying to, you know, make you upset against the government. But you must understand one thing. First of all, government keeps me alive. Alright? And my mom. So, be careful when you say government is slavery, because I'm gonna fuck you up. Not get over here. No. Just plant your bombs all across the room, and your mind will start melting, and then I unplant those bombs, because they were just intimidation tactic, alright? You don't deserve to fucking attack the government when it's protecting me. Alright? So I'll protect the government by default from all kinds of drama and bullshit. Simply because it keeps me alive. When you will keep me alive, I'll try to protect you. Alright? But that's the world we live in. Now, the question is, why is government protecting me? Because I'm a fucking crazy person, apparently, and I have to drink medicine every time. Alright? They just decided. Alright? It's just random garbage that I've done in my life, and they decided, oh, you're a crazy person. Now you get money for it. It's a weird thing, it's a weird world we live in, but I'll take it, my friends. I'll take it. I'll, kiss Lady Luck in the cheeks and move on with my life. Alright? I'm on the next level now. I have free time. I have everything I've always dreamed about. I'll pray to whoever fucking gave that to me. And, government, you know, I'm not gonna worship the government. I don't like the government. The government doesn't put out any content. Alright? The government is not here to offload their authority onto us, so they're not a real authority either. It's actually quite disappointing. Alright? They're probably quite scared of just interacting with people right now because they're going to be widely hated. Just like I am widely hated on YouTube. Alright? Every single authority is under attack all the time. Actually, government is having a very terrible time. And these people ain't helping that shit. They're going to get in trouble. Because now, I will defend government. It's cringe. You guys, getting in a lot of trouble. 89. Very controversial. You cannot be controversial, my friend. I found your controversies, and when I talk over you, you don't get points that easily. Alright? So the first evaluation is 89. Barely more than the current evaluation that he sits with. Which I just ignore. Alright, maybe you can do better. But now I'm like, you can't. You just can't. Even with the help of a guest, the problem with having a guest is that you have to align your values together and find a common interest to tackle. You can't just ask questions, which is how he's comfortable of approaching this problem of like, oh, let's ask him a bunch of questions now. Is this how the entire interview is going to be dedicated with? Just asking a bunch of questions. So, did we make the skip already? I hope. I hope you guys ready, because this stuff is crazy roller coaster for me. You know, detaching myself from these lunatic influencers. And other people will still remain attached, and they will attack me or whatever in the comments. So have fun with it, alright? You better have fun with it. Because you're not gonna have fun when I reply. Not fun anymore from that point. So have fun while you post your first comment on my channel.
And helping people to understand that they're trying to... Let me shift focus a little bit in covering what I would consider to be real spirituality and really getting into the cult world. And we have to grasp their mindset. If we're sitting across from another chess player and we don't understand their basic mindset, their strategies, what they usually employ,
No, you're using a wrong analogy there, my friend. Chess is a very obvious game. I don't even know a strategy game that people use strategy to play, unfortunately. Because on chess, everything is like ridiculously obvious. So if you try, you gotta grab a proper thing, because maybe you don't need to actually understand another person's personality to enjoy their work and figure out what they're trying to do, basically. But to try and find flaws in their thinking and hope that they keep on producing those flaws forever, that is just hoping that they're going to be a bot, basically, and they're going to do the same mistake over and over again, and you're just going to abuse that mistake. That's not the way to win chess. It's not even satisfying to see someone misplay, alright? You're kind of just obligated to let them know what mistake they made. It's nice to see the dark occult people in person, but that's the whole point of shadow people, like myself. He can call me a dark occultist anytime he wants. I'll be pleased. And that's correct. I have control over reality. I can do whatever the fuck I want. At the moment, while I survive. As long as I survive and have free time, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I have the skills for it. I have the mindset for it. I have the environment for it. Everything is perfect for me. I'm in the shadows and I'm safe. So from here, I can influence the rest of the world, and they wouldn't even know what the fuck is going on. Alright? They'll be clueless, and I'll just sit here. And I'm sure there's a lot of people like myself, but I couldn't find them. Alright? It's very difficult to find them, I understand. We don't share shadows together most of the time. I don't think dark occultists are actually teamed up properly, because holding a conversation is hard enough. And so far, these guys didn't really talk about anything special, but, you know, he brought up chess in a bad way, which is cringe. I'm not going to give him a cringe point, because he brought up something new. That's cool. In the wrong way, however, so I have to skip 2 minutes. Oops. Nope. I listened to it, and I can't grasp anything. Obviously, now I have to scroll here, so I get something else doing in my life. Yeah, the Vibers. The biggest problem is, like, they're so abstract. Like, you get absolutely no meaning whatsoever. They just learn how to be ridiculously abstract. Because they learn how to, like, detect how to build a principle, but have absolutely no applications for principles in their lives. So they just become abstract losers, I would say. It's pathetic, man. You might get the vibe of how to figure out principles this way, but, like, it's too late for that, because I'm here. Oh, okay, maybe not yet. I'm coming, though.
Amplification of darkness. Yes. You know, it's like, it's good to look into the darkness to learn, but at a certain point, it almost seems like you're playing into their plan.
Yeah, you can't stay there. You have to understand it, and then you have to.
Oh, they're self-aware. You have to, you know, not stay in darkness, which you're doing right now, in the thought processing. And not actually trying to solve anything. But I want to make more content, because I am on the roll, boys. Well, make better content each time, then. Oh, wait, I can't even contact you and tell you how to do it. Just fart in people's mouths, then. That's gonna solve everything.
Doing it. So, I just wanted to say that objective reality regarding natural law and those immutable laws that are in our realm.
It's a fucking comedy show at this point. No, bro, no. 98. I'm a little bit, like, more loose with the evaluation. I'm not seeing him bash his audience, but I'm also very bored. But a girl just calls in and just starts spitting bullshit, and it's just so hilarious. It's like, well, you coming back to my life, Mark. So here's some definitions of, and I can't understand a single fucking word she says, man.
Our world, our universe now. Makes it so much easier.
Very easy.
So that you don't have to deal with the egos. And then when everybody's
egos
flat, it seems like we
very obvious.
Instead of connecting to a role or a legacy or a legend.
Legacy,
or
boys.
Whatever somebody might be. You know, it's good.
It's almost like she's fucking trolling and it's like, yeah, I understand what you're talking about because you're a woman.
Getting down to the person. Anyway, I yield and I appreciate you letting me talk, and this has been a fantastic interview. Thank you
AJ,
so much.
thank you so much.
Letting me talk? Oh my god! Too bad I couldn't evaluate that one. Well, I will. I'll give you 3 points for that. Oh my god. You let me talk. Oh, without interruption, I can just spit garbage whenever I want. Women always outplay men like that. It's like so fucking hilarious to watch. Oh, let me call into your fucking show and spit garbage. See if you fucking interrupt me. Oh no! Ego universe! Reality, objective reality. We have to understand the definition of objective reality. Oh, thank you for letting me speak garbage.
Greg, your take on what AJ just
Your take,
forward.
let's go, boys.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I agree.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're not passionate in answering the giving your take.
First, of course, it doesn't matter if anyone's like seeing what you're doing or watching what you're doing. It's really about the you putting the action out there.
He just keeps going with whatever he was talking about previously. He just completely ignores her. I mean, it's fucking fantastic. They don't want to pick a fight. And it's disgusting to look at. Because, like, they clearly don't even understand. Like, Mark, it's your show. It's not fucking... Give us your take.
We live in a magical world.
It's your listener, bro. She keeps saying... Mark just kept coming back to my world. And I'm just like, oh, now I'm addicted. Oh, man, it's so fucking stupid. It hurts, kind of. Because, like, you know, but he got what he deserved, at least with conjunction of my video, you know. So let's see from 2 years ago. He has this presentation. He's well, definitely increasing cringe level, so almost level 3. Fantastic. So let's see how bad this presentation is. He's prepared now, all right? He has slides. It shouldn't be that difficult, alright, to spit garbage again, because it doesn't matter. Your house of cards just collapses if you don't know how to fucking build it properly, and take a picture of it, and then you can, you know, do something else with your life.
Teachers in the audience.
See, the problem is, like, he's talking about, yeah, you have to go to war, basically-ish.
Do it the same way. Okay, but it is about getting on the battlefield. It is about actually...
Unfortunately, if you know how to train warriors, just because someone is close to you, and there's a battlefield out there, if that's your obligation to actually win a war, if someone gets up close to you, now you have to train them. Now you have to be up in their face about it. It's your... You have to bring battlefield to them, basically. Alright? Or you will be dragged into battlefield yourself if you don't know how to fucking do that properly. So whenever someone calls in and is giving you sweet words that make absolutely no sense, like, try and interfere to understand every single statement that the other person is trying to make. You know, trying to improve their fucking weaponry or whatever. That's the whole point of calling in, you know, like... And they're also exposing themselves. It's so important to actually do this properly. And it's fine right now, but if it keeps going on, if I become big enough and start fucking bashing his content even further, you know, battling rams, I'm not gonna be... If someone comes up to me into my community, I'm not gonna shit around, dude. You're gonna be in a torture simulator. If you want to grow muscle, you'll have to be in a little bit of pain. Because you'll have to change. And that is painful to do. Alright? So, I don't treat people who come close to me lightly because I don't know them. I don't trust them. I want to challenge them to see what kind of skills they have. And apparently Mark Passio just missed the mark on that one. Which is ironic. But, fucking hell. Everything's ironic about this guy. Until he finds another another way to live his life at this point, because this shit that he has created has to burn down and be destroyed, basically, by his own admission and consent.
We're going to talk about why that is.
Yeah, the moment someone... Okay, this is not... never mind. It's from 4 years ago, though. But whatever. Whatever. When someone says that they're going from anger to rage, that's cringe. So we have to skip a few minutes.
Dispassionate.
Why is that the case? Well, rage is uncontrollable anger. It's completely different from what anger is about. Anger is expression of, like, something is wrong. Rage is destruction, pure destruction, because you're angry. But I'm not saying it's moral or immoral. There's times when you have to be in rage. It's just when you're safe, and you don't want to show it or say it in the video, because that's a safe-ass format. It's a safe place, and rage is actually a trigger word. So I will get offended as I like. And you're not gonna like when I'm offended, unfortunately. Because I'm not a, regular client in your restaurant. I'm a food critic. And I keep finding boring-ass food. And I'm gonna be very angry about it. I'm never gonna rage. Alright? I'm not a rager. Rager have one health. It's a one-health creature in Hearthstone. You just ping the rager and they disappear. Alright, they realize while raging, they can do a lot of damage, but they can also be very, very sensitive at the same time and very easily put down, basically. It's fascinating.
Does it make it any less true, how it is said?
Unfortunately, it does. It's important to understand that there's no one statement that is true. And wherever you put the statement in different places, it conveys like different meaning. Because it conveys different meaning in different positions, you can make a statement in different communities and it will mean completely different things. Because it's very difficult to actually convey a lot of meaning in a statement to begin with. And that's kind of where you want to start. Being able to load up bullets of statements and try and hit a target. Alright, but it's very, very difficult to actually hit. Because a lot of places are just in pure darkness. Alright, so you're trying to, instead of, you're trying to adapt to the environment, technically, is what's going on. Trying to detect a threat of some kind. Trying to detect a meme that people can understand. And relate to, so you can highlight things instead of just shooting blanks in the darkness or whatever. But you still have to adapt to the environment, and truth is nothing without influence. Alright? If you do not deliver influence, your truth just flops. Alright? Your truth gets ignored. Gets piled on by bullshit and cannot possibly exist. And that is a much higher level of truth and understanding of how truth has to be delivered. So it reaches the fucking recipient. It is important. It is important to switch your delivery style from time to time, And yet this guy's like, oh, the truth remains the truth. Yeah, pizza remains pizza, except it slowly starts rotting and getting cold first, and then just rots, and it's now unedible. Undigestible. Still food, I guess, for rats, not for humans anymore. All this stuff matters, unfortunately, and it's cringe that he doesn't see that way. Fantastic. Now we can just skip 3 minutes instead. Welcome to level 3, Mr. Passio. How are you gonna survive this one?
Done away with. Or that we shouldn't feel it or express it. And those who do express anger should be shunned and shamed without ever even asking the most important question regarding the expression of anger. Why is this person angry?
Well, I guess that's correct. The problem is it's a very basic thing. It's like people, which you have to put up front. It's the only criticism I have. People want to feel good, and they don't want your negative emotions. And they don't really like to ask questions of why you feel negative emotions. You kind of just have to explain it to yourself. You have to immediately apologize through explanations of why you're doing this. Alright? If you see that the other person is like very uncomfortable and trying to run away from you, it's like, please, there's a reason why I did that. Why I express a negative emotion. And if they don't listen, then you can start expressing really negative emotions. Alright, if they show you ignorance and a lot of bullshit, because a lot of the times when I express a negative emotion, people just express negative emotions back to me. And sometimes they're much bigger and more uglier than, you know, what I just did. But, that's fine. Bye. Well, I don't care anymore. Technically, I can now be as nasty as I want to the person, so technically I don't want to see bye. I want to, you know, rip them into shreds. Slowly and surely. On their own admission, because they're feeling bad. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna give you care and compassion. And the best way to do it is rip you apart. Because you're feeling bad, you know, you don't want to feel bad. The best way to do it is to redirect pain somewhere else. You know, somewhere where you cannot express your pain anymore. To me anymore. Because I caused it to begin with. So you're gonna go away and complain to someone else. If that's all you can do, is just complain and be negative the moment your niceness cover is, you know, popped. The entire bubble that you live in. That you're trying to be nice to everyone, but like someone popped your bubble a little bit, someone popped your ego very easily, and you just offload your anger and almost go into rage or whatever of negative emotions and all that shit. It's a very interesting dynamic. He did not approach it the right way. People do not have to ask why. You have to explain yourself. You have to feel a little bit ashamed of doing negative things, unfortunately. That is my problem with this. Alright? He's so blind in terms of, like, you know, being off the vibes, being off actually solving things. The best thing he's doing is just putting up slides. And that's not good enough anymore, bruh. The best he's doing is talking in a public setting. So he's becoming an influential, memorable person that people can look up to. But that's it. That's it, bro. This is as far as you go. Your reign of influence is over from this point. Because everything I see is wrong.
A part of it, but for just...
Not the pedophiles! No! You don't have any children, do you? Skip. You have nothing to be angry about. Maybe children like this stuff. You don't know. You can't relate. Unless you have children or you met a pedophile in a weird way, man. Or you have a victim that is willing to, you know, express themselves, or like a slide of a victim. That would be nice. But he has literally no self-defense whatsoever when it comes to expressing that point. Oh, the pedophiles, we have to get angry about them. Well, make people angry. You make them. Don't just talk about it, bro. That's not gonna work.
That many people don't like to look at. But I would...
He wants to be a Hulk and have a hidden psychopath. Dude, I understand your personality. You don't have to shove it down my throat, bro. Skip.
And lying is...
What not belong to you? Not belong to you? Define ownership now. The next thing is him defining ownership, right? What is that? So, I have to define ownership for him and give him the cringe counter. What is ownership? Well, ownership is the things you care about, and you really need to keep them as close as possible, basically. As close as you can get them to be, that's ownership. Right now, we kind of, if you bought it, you own it, but eventually society is going to be like, nah, that's bullshit. So, unfortunately, this part is not, you know, set in stone. It doesn't belong to you. Even life can belong to you, unfortunately, especially with weird ways of extracting consent. And well, what is the definition of consent? These things are very tough, man. Very tough to actually understand. Wait, what is the evaluation? I almost messed it up. 111. Yeah. Around 100, you know. I get mad at Hearthstone all the time, and it's around 100 in terms of evaluation. And Mr. Max, I call him Max, unfortunately, because he's max anger that I can find on the internet at the moment. If anyone is angry, let me know. Angrier. I want to explore more, you know, but I need more input from other people, or this video is just gonna fly by and not exist on the algorithm anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I need more resources to be able to release part 3 and keep diving deeper and deeper. Whatever calls me, I'll answer, no problem. So let's keep going. You know, oh no, there's deadly sins. Don't take other people's property, basically. Well, how do you detect property? You didn't tell me that. I'll take everything from you until you define it. Alright?
You know?
A bonus thing, a funny thing about ownership is, you might not be able to steal one person's life or one person's stuff in general, but the way you actually cause damage efficiently is, well, a ripple effect. Borclares, boys. Just massive taxation of any kind you can imagine. All right, whatever government calls taxation is just money directed, but you can, as an influencer, you can do different kinds of things like that. You know, when you open up a video, it can be a taxing video to watch. There's a bunch of ads or sponsorships or potential lies and untrustworthy opinions that the person is doing, or even shoutouts can be annoying. There's a lot of taxing things. It's like, care about this thing, check this thing out. You don't want to start making content like that, but people on the top can afford it, kind of. But the moment they will realize there's a transition to the second generation, even they will start cleaning up their acts. Because that shit's disgusting, alright? Be as least taxing as possible, because you're doing a lot of damage that way. That is also important to understand, right? But obviously, like, just it depends on your situation, whether you can focus whether you have to focus your attention or spread your attention. I think you have to do the opposite of where you are. So for me, I have to spread my attention. So I go to different communities and explore the internet. Well, these guys have to, influencers, they have to focus their attention and actually, you know, fire their lasers if they have some, without getting in trouble as well. They have to create drama and negate drama right after. And just to test their powers of focusing on special targets, because I will attack them and try these powers out if they have been wasting their time or not. It's my duty as a YouTube CEO. Please vote for me. Oh, you already did with your ignorance. Congratulations. Alright, I have to add this super cringe pointer at this point. I hate when people bring up Bible and Jesus and stop it. It's just like rolling over a dead body. How many times can we roll it over? Stop it. Try your best to not use dead people as your assortment of goods, basically. Of insights about life. It's not relevant, despite how many people believe in this bullshit, and despite how amazing Bible is. Bible is not a character, Jesus is, and Jesus is dead. Unfortunately. If Bible was a living, breathing creature, then congratulations, that's fine. Alright? There's a lot of anime characters that potentially are living, breathing creatures, especially when you do enough cosplays of them. I don't know, bro. But this? Yeah, because it becomes like a pop culture thing. Technically, if there was a Jesus anime, fuck yeah, bro. Bing chilling into my mouth. Your Gospels. Jesus anime. It's coming, guys. That's the only way. You gotta be on the edge of technology. Not to be cool, alright? Just use the technology that you have. And of course everyone is gonna be upset or happy. I don't care, bro. It's gonna make Jesus alive again. In a different type of creature, but still kind of alive. You know, there's a lot of work that you have to do to create anime to begin with and draw every single frame of Jesus. Whoever is doing that, that's Jesus right there. The next level Jesus at this point. Below 100, okay. Looking good, bro. I'm gonna be, like, very kind and I'll rip this into 3. Because I've changed my evaluations and they look always above this number. But I'll leave the 3, you know, the pain in the ass. Very interesting and inspiring graph. Levels of consciousness, right? Obviously it's wrong-ish, but someone tried really hard. I don't know why there has to be values or something like that. It's kind of cringe too. Here is anger right here, bro. Interesting. Also, you wouldn't actually type it as anger. Maybe you, like, intense self-expression, something like that. Have to be, now, more than ever, you have to actually be very abstract. And detect anger somewhere in between the lines, basically. Like, I would put ignorance down, but, alongside with boredom. And if I can combine these two words into a phrase, that would be nice. So, yeah, there's definitely a way to improve this little shit. But that's cool. I'll remove one cringe point as well. Yeah, okay. That's cool. You did a clippy in the end. I'm not disappointed, let's put it that way. Almost 150, which, because of inflation, everything just went down anyways. So this is actually a, you know, not a terrible score anymore. I don't know what the title of the video is still, but now I have to scratch my head to figure it out. Maybe it's good to finish here. Oh. That's a no. Did it just removed all my shit? I still saved it with the camera. Recording everything. I think it deleted my shit, bro. Maybe the last one. Okay, hopefully it's just this last number. So now let's take the average and see what's up. 97.3. I still don't. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 evaluations. Around 100. It's still disappointing for a person like that who wants to tell the truth. But, you know, now my next step is to figure out what is he promoting, what kind of content he's promoting. No channels, nothing, bro. I know he keeps saying names and stuff, but it's really difficult to just jump from this guy to another creator. I really hope he put some links in there. No? Nothing? Doesn't give a fuck about that either. But at least, I could do this. It's just like, it's so pathetic, right? If you want me to do something, it has to be a click away. So let me think if I want to finish this rant, or a tag, honestly. Alright, so it's important to understand how I discovered Mark Passio. And I simply was bored. Alright? And I checked his work and I was like, oh, it's very deep. But now it's just boring. I consumed a certain amount of it, and now it's just boring again. And I have to move on to the next thing. And if I try to listen to him continuously, I just, you know, it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. And, but the problem is like, not necessarily anything specific, is everything is abstract, as I say. Sometimes he pulls out that awesome graph of consciousness, which I want to recreate and challenge. But that rarely happens, okay? He is seeking for balance, he's seeking for some kind of logical stuff like I do. And that's very satisfying to see sometimes. Even that ending is very cool with the Hulk and everything. Him relating like little kids to a Hulk. That sort of stuff is awesome, and just him exploring things is actually more compelling than whatever he's trying to convey as a message. It's like, no, just show us application of anger. You don't have to actually keep bashing the same point over and over again, that most people don't like anger, but they don't ask why. Yeah, they will not care even further if you try and make them ask things if they don't want to ask. Just show applications of anger and that's it. Move on with your life. Instead of getting angry on every little thing all of a sudden. Chain of anger. There's plenty of things to be angry about. Definitely not pedophiles. They're not engaging with you whatsoever. They discourage you from having kids. And it's completely fine to now not have kids and just import kids from fucking India or whatever else. They're being brewed. Alright? Not our, you know, responsibility. But if you do choose to have a child, congratulations. Now you have that responsibility to protect the child. But I don't know why, you know, Mark Passio is so protective of everyone. And then, I didn't really bump into any other problems that he's, you know, revealing. I find a lot of bullshit. I do not like ignorance, for sure. And I would like for people to ask why, but they can't even hold a conversation. So, my expectations are way lower than that. Alright? Way lower than, having a specific question asked against me. I mean, It is frustrating out there. Especially when internet is safe space, people should be seeking for, you know, deeper things than just watching a video. They should seek interactions between each other. But it's just, you know, when you're low on consciousness, which is, again, what kind of inspires me to try and recreate or understand that little graph thing, and I will definitely give him credit for that. But that's about it. It's not like he presented that graph to me. He just flashed his boobies, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice thing you have there. It's fucking... It's a little bit mental, the way influencers operate. They're always going to operate on lower consciousness than is available quite easily if you have the time for it, you know? But they have to cash out on the idea that you don't have time for work. You have to be a slave. And it's like, oh, I'm here to end slavery somehow. He never really gives solutions. He's just like, I hate, you know, authorities, slavery. So, whoa. You're making conclusions very quickly all of a sudden. That's not how you approach things. You don't approach things by undefining what authority is. You try to understand what authority is, and if your goal is to make it and turn it into slavery, you can try, but you have to make it a logical approach. Instead of just putting on a different label and it's like, oh, problem solved. No, you're just going to take that label off. As much effort as you put in on putting on the label, they will be able to put the same effort on of removing it. It's just simple as that. So Mark Passio isn't actually doing any work. He's just giving you awareness of what work has to be done, potentially, and how to kind of generate principles. This is as far as you went if you're a fan of Mark Passio, and if you figure those things out, move on with your life. There's a whole internet to explore. Good luck with that. That was my conclusion. Here's some sorries, if you need that. Not for me. Not for me directly. Plenty of sorries. So you don't get too angry. Alright? Because I have weapons of mass destruction no matter how deep you're gonna go, okay? It doesn't matter. I can, resist any kind of attack. And in the end, you're just gonna get, removed from YouTube accidentally. Probably not even because of me. It's just you're gonna say stupid things. And YouTube is gonna be like, oh, strike. Anyways, bye. See you next time. Right? Do you like anger, by the way? Anger is really cool, though. It's my favorite emotion. It's what I'm born with. Alright? I'm the master of anger. There's no reason to praise anger as like the only thing out there, by any means. I praise every other emotion that I'm not capable of feeling that easily. They're fucking expensive. And it's inflation, as long as I'm ignorant, alright? That's how inflation works. And I give you a very specific solution. Inflation creates slavery, so stop being fucking ignorant. Start doing as many things as possible. Spread your awareness as much as possible. Don't get stuck on a booby on one fucking content creator. Like, technically I am stuck with Mark Passio right now, but no, don't look at me right now. I just make this video and move on. I am stuck as I need to solve a problem. Alright, but once you solve your problems, you should be able to start exploring and not get stuck that much anymore. It's okay to settle down. Alright, that's kind of the whole point of trying to solve a problem. You settle down with something, you have some kind of priority, you have reasons to stick to let someone in your life for a little bit longer than expected amount of time. But then express what those problems are if you feel that way. If you get approached and it's like, why do you like this person? You know, you're solving some kind of problem, most likely. Because that person is not interacting with you, it just gives you content to do something. Maybe you're just bored. That's fine. That was a state when I first interacted. I'm just like looking for content. I was listening to Alex Jones, and then Alex Jones introduced this guy, and this wasn't a bad dude to listen to for a little bit. And now I have to move on. You're very lucky if you discovered me. So see you next time.